The following podcast was recorded for educational purposes only. These are real people playing characters for the sake of a debate. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Freddie and I'm 10 and I'm here with Sadjida, Ellie and Kelly the youth worker. Sajda's 10, Ellie's 8 and we're here to talk about internet safety awareness. Today on our podcast we're going to be asking a few questions. The first one is, should you always, sometimes or never use a profile picture of yourself online? I'm going to ask Sadjida first.
I believe that you should never show your profile picture online because it could, if other people would have known you, it could people might get intact of your personal information and stuff like that.
Ellie?
Always,
Why?
because safety your friends.
Kelly, what do you think?
I'm going to say sometimes. I think I'm going to say sometimes on this.
Why do you think sometimes?
I think it's important that if you are on a private social media line, that people that you do know, family and friends, and that you trust, know who it is. But if it's an unsafe site and if it's open to the public, I think it's very important that you don't put a picture up of yourself. Maybe use something instead. Maybe use a cuddly teddy, or maybe use a picture like a cartoon picture. I think it's important that we don't overshare information on social network.
The correct answer was sometimes, because you can make it so it's not a public photo and it's only your friends that can see it. Move on to the next question. Do you tell someone when your friends, family or yourself is being bullied? Sajda, what do you think?
I think that you should always tell somebody in case you're feeling low, or in case anything really urgent's happening to anybody that you know, and people like yourself and other people.
Kelly, what do you think?
I'm quite mixed on this one, because I think it's important that you understand what bullying is. And I think it's important that if you are aware that nasty things are being said and that it's disrespectful, that it is important that you tell somebody. But there's also the other side of it, that people do have opinions, and it's important that people share opinions. But if it's disrespectful to yourself and it hurts you, then obviously you do need to make an adult aware of that.
Ellie, what do you think?
No, because I'm not a snitch.
Should you use a password when you're online? Kelly?
I think, again, it depends what you're on, because if you're anything like me, I forget passwords all the time. I always do that, forget password, and then you put the password in, and then it says, do not use the last password that you used. Terrible. But I think Sadja has an opinion on that also, don't you?
Sajda, you go.
I believe that you should always put a password to make sure that your personal information is secured, and so nobody gets intact with all of your, maybe your belongings, your address and other information.
Yep. Ellie, what do you think?
No,
Why?
because we don't really need one.
Yep.
What's the right question then? What's the right answer?
The correct answer is you should always, because your information could get hacked into.
Fab.
Do you add someone online that you don't know? Ellie, why don't you start us off?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's mean it's mean to the other person if you don't have any friends.
Okay. Sajda, what do you think?
I think no.
Why?
because the person that you might not know, and it could be a bad person who could like be very mean and could bully you online.
Yep. What do you think, Kelly?
I'm going to be the sometimes person again, because I think it's important that we make friends, and somebody might have reached out to you knowing that you're really popular and they want to be best mates with you. But I also think it's important that we need to be able to trust people and know them, and you can't see who they are online.
Yeah.
So if you can't see them, you don't know who that person is.
Like they could say, I'm your age, I'll be your best friend.
Yeah, exactly.
I go to this school when in reality there could be someone double your age,
Yeah.
like just an adult wanting to meet up with you and tell you. You never know.
Yeah, and it could be a gang of people. It could even be somebody that is your age, and they could use it as a bullying tactic. So I think it's really important that we do find out who it is before. And also, if you were to meet new people, who do you tell? Who do we
Your
tell?
parents.
Parents or guardians, yeah.
Do you use fake information online to get into things like Snapchat, WhatsApp and things like that?
Okay, so are you asking, would a young person lie about their age to get onto a social
things
network?
like that, yeah.
Okay.
Lie about their age, who they are, and like what they do and things to catfish someone and things like that, or get onto a website.
Okay, so I think a lot of young people, as well as adults, do lie for different intendances. I think that a lot of young people do lie about their information to get onto things, because there is a strict age limit to get onto social media. Ellie, can I ask, what social media do you go on at the moment? What type of things do you play on at home?
Games.
Games?
What games? Like what do you play? Roblox, Fortnite, Block Glass, things like that. What games?
I play Minecraft.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know everybody that you
Actually,
play
Roblox.
with? Oh, Roblox. Okay, I've heard of that one.
Do you know everyone
Only
that you,
sometimes.
do you know everyone that you've added on Roblox?
Yeah.
Okay. What other games do you play? Is that it?
Yeah.
Sadjida, what do you play?
I usually just play Blumgy paintball.
Can you add anyone on that?
I can add people from like online groups, but like not like what you could do on Roblox and stuff.
So you only add people that are in your contacts, is that what you're trying to say?
Kind of, yeah.
So how do you add people? Online groups, like from...
There's a button, and then I connect things from my like
WhatsApp
mum's
and things
phone.
like that?
My
Or-
mum's on my mum's phone because I don't have a phone.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
Kelly, what social media and things or games do you play?
I'm not a gamer, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But I do go on social media. And it is something that people do lie about to get onto them, because I know there's Snapchat, there's Instagram, there's TikTok, and there's Facebook. And I do know a lot of young people that have lied to go onto it. I think the important thing is that we maybe debate about the aspect of strangers lying about their age. How do we feel about that?
It's a bit scary to think, because if you're just on a children's game that you want to play with your friends and someone joins that server or adds you, if you don't tell a parent, you're just going to add them back. And some people don't want to tell a parent, they don't want to bother them, and they think it's wrong to bother their parents, but it's important to, because elder people adding you, like 30s, 40s, you're 10, 8 and things. If someone else adds you from someone you don't know and that's older than you, it's like scary, because you could try and meet up you, or say they're organising a play date, but then like get you to their house and things like that.
Yeah. How old were you when you first discovered like gaming and things?
About my age now, 10, 9.
Okay. What about you, Ellie?
I was about 5 or 6.
What type of things did you go on when you were 5 or 6?
I went on like Roblox and cat games and nails.
What did you do on those games?
You could make the nails and clean the dogs.
Yeah. Did you add anyone on Roblox and things?
Yeah.
Did you add people you don't know?
Yeah.
Did you ever know how old those people were?
No.
Did they ever ask you any information about yourself?
No, not really.
And if anybody was to ask you any personal information, Ellie, would you give that away to someone that you don't know online?
No.
Sadjida, what age was you playing games?
8, 9, 10. Yeah.
What games did you have?
I had Roblox once, and then I also had Minecraft once, kind of.
Did you add anyone on Roblox?
Not really, only like people who I knew, like my friends from school or something.
That's really good. I think it's important that you are adding people again, just to reflect on what we spoke about before, is that it's really important that you need to know and trust who these people are before you add and speak to them online. And if there ever is an incident where that comes across, again, who do we tell, guys?
Parents, guardians, your legal guardians,
foster
carers.
Yeah.
And it all
Really
comes
important.
down to you, whoever's caring for you, that you need to not be scared and tell them, because they're not going to shout at you for telling you. They're going to be happy with you for telling them, because like you're helping them to know, like you're making them less scared to know that, and like they can maybe sort it out.
Yeah, because your safety is their paramount. That's like their main thing, is that you guys are safe, and they want you to enjoy yourself, and they want you to play on games. But there is I don't know if anybody knows, and a lot of your parents are aware, but there is things called
Options, like
yeah,
you can't add anyone unless
exactly, Freddie.
there's something where, unless it's in your contacts, you can't add anyone on Roblox.
Yeah.
Because like my friends, they are in my contacts and they can add me on Roblox, whereas if someone twice my age tried to add me on Roblox, it wouldn't work because he doesn't know my number.
Yeah, and usernames are a really good thing to have as well, is that you can share your usernames with people that you know and that you trust.
You can, like, anything can be your username. Purple Monkeys 24, Hot Sausage Dogs 46 could be your username.
Yeah, I like the Purple Monkeys. I think the Warrington Youth Zone members should be the Purple Monkeys. So that's really important. Like, you wouldn't put your full information on there, would you?
No.
And I think as well, like, if you got asked certain questions, if someone's trying to befriend you, what type of questions do you think they would be? What type of questions would you be asked, Sadjida?
I think like if it was somebody who you knew, they might just like ask you normal things about like what you would do on your weekends or something like that. Like if it would be somebody that you did not know, it would be maybe like how old were you, where would you live, and other things like that.
Yeah, so they'd be asking information about what school do you go, and they'd be going, how old are you?
What do you do in your fun time? Where do you live? Where do you want to meet up?
There's also questions to be very, very aware of, is the ones that come across and go, oh, I went to school with your mum, or I went to school with your dad. And I know them really, really well. And they're like taking you down to the point where you go, oh, they must know my guardian, they must know my parents, so therefore they're safe to talk to. Would you want to speak to somebody that said that to you, or would you still question it?
I would ask my parents about it, because like they'd know like the name, they'd recognise the name.
Yeah. Good job, guys. So what have we learnt from today's podcast? What have we learnt?
Never add people online.
Okay, what have you learnt, Ellie? Ellie's still questioning here. Ellie's our always one.
Thank you, Kelly. That brings us to a good point. We're going to now talk about chat rooms, Snapchat and other social media that children are going on to. A big danger to Snapchat is that it can be deleted. What do you think about this?
I think that it's wrong that it could be deleted, but also that it's okay that it can be deleted, because in case you might post something by accident that might change your online reputation.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like in chat rooms, another danger is that anyone could add you. So, like, say I was on Instagram and I'm not supposed to because I'm too young, or Snapchat. People could add me and I didn't know them, and it could be my friend's name, but it's not my friend. So why don't we talk about how people can add us? Does anyone have anything to say about that?
Snapchat's quite a dangerous one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's quite a dangerous one. I think a lot of people turn to Snapchat to intimidate people, and they can use that network to send things. And like you say, Sadjida, it can get deleted, can't it? There is the option that you can screenshot. So you can screenshot. The other side of Snapchat is that it actually tells somebody when you've screenshotted something. And you will get the fear of some young people that would be like, I don't want the other person to see that I've screenshot that because it might get me in further trouble. But at the end of the day, who do we share the Snapchat screenshots with?
Share it to your parents, legal guardians and things.
Yeah.
Because then they can, if needs be, if it's that serious, they can call police and things.
And the police can retrieve things off different social networks, what they need to help them. It is really dangerous. This is why it's got like an age limit on it as well. And I think it's really good that you guys are raising awareness for other young people regarding the chat rooms, because it can be anybody. I want to ask a question. Has anybody heard of like a voice changer?
Yes.
Yes.
It happens a lot. People use apps that are for voice changers, and you can like change everything with a voice changer. You can change your appearance, the way you sound, the way you look, everything like that. Because there's apps that give you the option to do things like that.
There is different apps that can change your appearance. The voice changer mainly changes your voice, so
Yeah.
it can make you sound different. And that's quite scary, that in chat rooms, that if somebody is using a voiceover, that person could sound like they're a lot younger than they are. And that's quite worrying. What do you think, Sadjida?
Like, if example, it might be if you were like 6 or like 10 and you were on this chat room, which I don't know why you would be on that, but and then there might be somebody like 23 or something, they could also use a voice changer to, like we said before, to pretend that they're like your friend from school or something. They might use a voice changer that might help them sound like one of your age groups, or like a person at your school or something.
What would you do if someone said, I'm someone that's joining your school next week, and like you don't know that you're using a voice changer? What are you gonna do?
I would.
If someone says, I'm your age, I'm joining your school next week, what would you do?
I would like double check. Maybe if I ask my school, the school could tell me if we had like a new person. I would just double check and make sure that the person's like telling the truth and not somebody who's gonna like hack my account or something.
Like, what do you think, Ellie? Or do you not have any ideas for that?
I don't really have any ideas for that.
I think it's time to wrap this up now. This is for educational purposes only, to share different opinions about the internet safety awareness. This is Freddie, over and out.
Bye, guys.